Hi, today I want to share with you 4 lessons that I learned how to do boondocking differently than the disaster I had a couple weeks ago. Stay tuned. Hey, I'm Michelle. This is Miles to Myself. Welcome back. If you've seen a previous video I released, I think it was last week, I'll put a card up in case you missed it, but I had an absolutely disaster of a boondocking trip and I thought I can do this better. There has to be this can't be that hard. I see people doing it all the time. So I came up with 4 strategies that I'm going to do differently this time, and I'm going to share them with you. You know, when I imagined van life, I thought boondocking was it. It would be the highlight. Wide open spaces, free campsites, total freedom. But my first real attempt showed me just how unprepared I really was. I used to think, just show up. It'll be fine. But now I know better. So lesson number 1, research. I've done this in a couple of different ways. The first way is I'm using the app, the Dyrt, and I'm not just skimming reviews, but I'm really reading them, looking for things like road conditions, cell signals, and whether other solo travels have felt safe there. And I went back to basics. Early on, the Wynns had done boondocking video, and I just caught it, and so I know that I have a plan that is going to work this time because I saw other YouTubers that went to the same place that I'm going to today, Lake Tahoe. That is my goal. Find a great boondocking site there, and I learned how they prepared for boondocking. So I have my campfire permit and I am ready to go. And you know what? This is a skill that you build over time. And even the experienced travelers had to learn the hard way. Lesson number 2, locals know best. One of the smartest things I did this week was ask people who live locally where I might go. Locals know best. There was a couple here at the ranch that I got talking to when I was taking my dog out for a walk, and I was telling them about my lifestyle and how I like to get away on my days off, and they made the recommendation of Lake Tahoe. And of course I've heard of Lake Tahoe before, but I always thought of it as like a skiing resort or some highfalutin getaway for rich people. So it never really entered my mind to go camping there. But what do you know? There's a lot of boondocking sites in Lake Tahoe. So this week I got advice before heading down that long dirt road. Lesson number 3, use your community. When I first posted about my failed attempts at boondocking, you guys were great. I got a lot of suggestions that will help me in my future travels, but it also made me feel a lot less alone, like I didn't have to do this by myself. So thank you for that, and please keep the suggestions coming. I am really grateful for everybody that tunes in and gives me suggestions. It makes a huge difference knowing that I can learn from your experiences too. Lesson number 4, safety over ego. The biggest takeaway that I've had from previous experience is that it doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to have this majestic experience. I don't have to force a perfect boondocking site. If the road feels wrong, I'm going to turn around. And if a paid campground is the better choice, then that's what I'm going to do. Because at the end of the day, it's really not about impressing anybody for me. It's about my safety and the safety of my dog Sharpie. So that's how I'm approaching boondocking this week. More research, more asking questions, researching on YouTube, listening to community, and less pressure, right? And again, if you have a favorite resource or tip for finding safe dispersed camping, if you would just drop it in the comments for me, I'd love to hear it. And if you're figuring this out too, like I heard from another camper, thanks for letting me know that also. It makes me feel so much better. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll learn more van life lessons as we go in real time. Thanks for watching. Bye.